Now, if some peon asked me how to get started in wholesaling real estate with under $300, I would just laugh in their face. I spend $300 just to tip my Uber driver when they come to my house to deliver my caviar for the day. And I spend more money on gas on my private jet than $300. It's just nothing to me. But getting started in wholesaling real estate I wasn't always this rich. I wasn't always this successful. And obviously, to become the tall, rich, sexy, rich wholesaler as I am, to make $300 look like chump change, you need to get a start. And many of you guys don't have some, rich uncle to give you all this money, so you're going to have to get rich yourself in wholesaling. Now, I don't know who in the world has been telling you that, hey, to get started in wholesaling real estate, it's not a lot of work. You don't work hard at all. You don't have to spend any money. In about an hour a day, chilling in your jacuzzi, you're just going to be raking in 70 grand a month. This, unfortunately, wholesaling real estate is a real, legitimate business. This is a business where you can get massively rich, massively successful, and legitimately. There's no case I've seen in this entire earth where you can make $100,000 in the next couple of months. But here's the problem. Everybody thinks that's just a 1 hour, 2 hour a day thing, when it's going to be a little more than that. It's going to probably suck in the beginning. The liftoff in this business is the hardest part. But what I have seen time and time and time again is once you hit that liftoff of doing one deal every single month, then you get to 2, then 3 to 4, then 5, and you just start getting rich. You start getting successful. Now, I just got back from a speaking event, Wholesaling Live. It was really, really fun, really awesome. Talk about it later. And I had about 30, 40 individuals approach me basically saying, Zach, you changed my life. I'm doing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deals every single month because of what you taught me in freewholesaling.com. And first and foremost, that means the absolute world to me. Again, I don't know if you know the intros sometimes I make on this channel, half funny, half not, but I will legitimately tell you that I did truly start with no money, and I do have a lot of money now. And I'm saying that in the most humble way of, if this idiot can do it, you can 100% do this, okay? But what I've always seen is it's always a 1, 2, 3 month struggle. And once they get that deal, they start getting a ton more deals. And was it because they have more time? No, it's because they know more. There's a very, very, very interesting correlation I've seen. What I'm doing today is show you exactly, if you're broke, how with pretty much almost no money at all, you can get started in wholesaling real estate. Now, the really cool part is I am currently sitting, I don't know if anyone can guess where I'm at. We're currently live right now. Can anybody in the comments let me know what city in the entire world I'm at? I'm not in San Antonio. I just spoke at San Antonio. Where in the world is Zach right now? Okay. Where in the world is Zach? Okay. What crazy 5-star hotel is Zachary in, today? Right. And I don't think anyone can really guess. We got a couple high rises behind me, a bunch of cars, but I'm in a nice area. This ain't Florida, bro. Okay. I ain't no Miami penthouse crypto man right now. Okay. But I'm definitely not in Florida. And the cool part is I am thousands of miles away of where my whole entire wholesaling real estate operation's at. And I don't need to be there. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, put my feet up and start making a lot of money in wholesaling. Now, it's because I have become a master at virtual wholesaling real estate, but also wholesaling real estate remotely across the entire world. Now, there's definitely a different changes here and there. And there's a lot of different aspects of virtual wholesaling and having an in-person team doing it virtual. But one thing I can tell you more than anything else is I don't need to be anywhere. I don't really need to work too much, and I make a ton of money. But we all got to get started here. So let's break this all down, and I'll tell everybody at the end what city in the world I'm in right now. But I will let you know. We started about 10 minutes late because I came right from a flight on here. But I'm telling you right now, if you're getting started in wholesaling real estate, little no money, we're going to get started. Now, the cool part about this is you absolutely need no crazy systems. I just want everyone to know, you don't need no crazy systems. You don't need to go out here and have some crazy fancy funnels, no CRM, follow-up sequences. You don't need any of this crap, okay? You don't need any of this stuff to get started. But what you do need, and which we're going to share today, is how to create a solid action system and a process where you can go out here and implement something where you know what to do every single dang day, boom, 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 and you know exactly the actual steps and the line items you need to be doing. Now, for this path of success, for you to get to my level, there is a certain flow you have to hit. And this is a flow that I have shown tens of thousands of wholesalers to go through to become rich and successful. Now, this flow is pretty simple. It's like 4 flows, 4 simple systems, but it really, really works. Number 1 is liftoff. This, by far, which we'll be talking about in detail, is the hardest part of this entire process. This is where gravity is strongest on Earth. And once we start lifting off in the stratosphere, it gets easier and easier and easier. And obviously, the whole goal is, like, I mean, Rick says this all the time. I say this all the time. But, like, once you get 5 deals, it's game over. You are never working a bag boy job ever again. You ain't working for the bank ever again. You ain't working anywhere. You ain't a janitor. You ain't an Uber driver. You ain't doing DoorDash no more. Once you hit 5 deals, it's game over in this business. You have a quarter of everything you really need just down pat. That's all you need, right? Like, I mean, you're a top 20% of the wholesale game once you hit 5 deals, because you know exactly what's been working and you're just going to attack that like crazy. You have the relationships with the buyers, you have the relationships with the sellers, you have everything you possibly need. And so first and foremost, liftoff is the hardest part. Cannot stress this enough. And I will tell everyone, you're most likely at the liftoff stage right now, which is no problem with it, right? There's no issue with it. But we need to get out of liftoff into the other things. And so the 4 systems and the 4 flows every wholesaler really goes through is: number 1, liftoff. They're punching through the air. They're going nuts. Number 2 is going to be what we call ascension. This is when we're lifting off, and now we're going from, you know, kind of up there into the clouds, and now we're in the stratosphere. Now we're kind of in space. This is where things get critical. This is when you start really making money. We're not talking about making like 100, 200 grand a year. We're trying to get $500,000, stuff like that. Those are really some really awesome people I talk to, right? I'm not going to mention this person because they don't want their business being out there. But I talked to a guy yesterday, and he's like, Zach, I'm in your Discord. You're awesome. Blah 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 blah. Awesome, dude. You know who you are. He's like, Zach, I'm making about $500,000 a year, just straight up from Wholesaling.com. And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty dang cool. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm basically a teenager. Just stop being a teenager. He's making $500,000, showing me HUD, I'm like, whoa, guy's crazy. And he's like, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, you clearly ascended. Now you need to get momentum to become a millionaire and like make millions of dollars. So he beat liftoff. Like, he already passed it. Now he has to go out here and ascend even higher. And he's already ascended to $500,000 a year. How does he get to $1 million? That's really when you keep the momentum going. It's more about the little decisions of like, hey, this is the direction we need to go in marketing. That's going to be the thing that's going to bring him from $500,000 to $1 million. Because his direction was kind of all over the board, which I thought was a good thing. If you're all over the board here and we organize your stuff, game over for any other wholesaler in his market. And then boom, you get in there just the real success. I mean, you got millions. You're pouring millions of dollars out in the business. You're reinvesting. Now you got millions of dollars of passive income, most likely hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in passive income, then millions of dollars a year in passive income. And then the money game always keeps going up. But again, liftoff is the hardest part. And why is liftoff the hardest part for most wholesalers? Number 1, you just have no experience. That is probably the most concerning part, the part people get really upset about, but you just have no experience. And I wish I could tell you something that's like, oh, this is how you go out here and gain experience. All right, this is how you go out here and gain experience. You read this book, you watch these videos, you talk to these people, and it's truly, again, I don't know. This is an old sales book. I don't know who wrote it. I don't get mad at me. It's some sales training guy, but it's a really cool book. It's called You Can't Learn How to Ride a Bike at a Seminar. Or no, you can't read a book. You can't read a book on how to ride a bike at a seminar. It was one of those things. It was just kind of funny. It's like, you can't really read a book on how to ride a bike. And this is exactly where you're at in wholesaling real estate. There is no book on how to wholesale real estate that's effectively going to make you an absolute leader in this. This became very evident to me when I first started in wholesaling. I'm very nostalgic because we did a massive presentation in front of a bunch of people about kind of my story, Rick's story, and exactly what people should be doing, and just bring on millions of dollars of HUDs in our community. It was absolutely amazing. But what was really powerful was like my story getting started in wholesaling. Very unique. I started reading books from my dad, right? And one book he had was a really cool wholesaling book from the early 2000s, late 1990s. And I remember reading that book thinking I knew, like, okay, I got this. And then I started talking to sellers and I was like, I do not got this. And they call it uninformed optimism, I think is the direct quote for it, or that's kind of the phase you're at in your life there. But it's really interesting because you have no experience and you can't go out here and just learn all this stuff. Like, you don't learn it, you experience it. And this is the fastest path to be really good in wholesaling real estate, whatever in life you do. On top of that too, you just have no knowledge. You don't know what's going to work and what doesn't work. And you can watch a bunch of YouTube videos. You could talk to a ton of wholesalers. But the most valuable thing in your wholesale business is going to be the data. The data on exactly what zip codes are the best, your top buyers, and where they're looking to buy. On top of this too, one of my favorite little things is just knowing what lists work and what lists don't work. Now, the way that you approach wholesaling real estate is going to be a lot different, but is wholesaling vacant properties in hot zips going to be the thing to get us deals? Or potentially, maybe that's not the move. Maybe the move is just texting the probates. Once you start figuring out what works and what doesn't work, this is when things start really changing in your life. And then most importantly, the reason why most beginners can't lift off correctly is because they have zero belief and zero confidence. They just do not believe in themselves. And this part really hurts, but this is the part where experience comes in. And again, you can't read a book on how to get really good at wholesaling real estate. Everyone asks me, Zach, write a book. I ain't writing no dang book. Okay? It ain't gonna happen. All right, you know why? Because if I write a book on how to wholesale real estate, guess what happens? The whole game flips in 2 months, and then boom, the book's obsolete. Now, if I want to talk about like general mindset tips, sure. But this is why I'm always big on live streaming and just producing as much videos as I can on wholesaling, because every single month, honestly, wholesaling real estate has some decent changes and massive changes, and you should be very aware of it. And that's why at this part, I don't even need this could be obsolete info, but it doesn't matter. But like, the belief and conviction part has always been there. When you get started in wholesaling real estate, you get punched in the mouth pretty dang quick, and your belief pretty much goes to nothing. You don't know exactly at all if this thing's even going to work for you. And if you just start second guessing yourself, you are never, ever, ever going to get any success. And the belief and confidence is going to be the thing that's going to make or break you. Okay? So this is where you break your bad beliefs about how you really view the world, your lack of knowledge, and everything in wholesaling real estate. Even believing in the system you're running, even believing in the process we have for you laid forward for you to have success and make a ton of money in wholesaling. So again, generally, most people have a terrible broken belief of how they view the world. And you are never going to start having success in wholesaling until you break this belief. There's a lot of beliefs in the world that I've heard of people saying, I am never going to become successful or make it in life because the rich people are out to get me, and it's always the rich, it's always the liberals, it's always the conservatives, it's always them. It's always these people that are untouchable are going to be the reason why I will never become a success, why I can't ever make money in wholesaling, why I'm not going to get really any cash out, why I ain't going to ever close a wholesale deal. I hear it happen all the dang time. That is the stupidest mindset I've ever heard in my life. We can show people from Africa. We can show people in little prison. We can show people from any walks of life in the United States of America or any country in the world, and they'll go out here and make a ton of money in wholesaling. So whatever belief you have in your mind is a little berry you make in your own mind, and it ain't going to get you anywhere in life. The general belief of how the world is and how the world works if you can believe that you can shape your life and your destiny and your future income is predicated on the actions you take right now, that's when you start having money. That's when you start having success. But so many people just want, oh, no. Truly, your life in the next year can be completely different. Like the weight of not having to worry about bills and paying for all these things and the stress of that, like that gets just wiped out. Thanos snap style. But here's the thing. That doesn't happen unless there's one prerequisite here. None of this stuff happens unless you actually believe it can be done. Again, it's like soccer, basketball, whatever sport you want to say. If you have the ball and you're going to shoot and you don't believe it's going to go in, or you don't believe you're going to make the shot, you're more likely to miss it than make it. But when you take a shot and you believe you can make the shot, you're more likely to have success. So again, the number one easiest thing I can solve for pretty much anyone, I'll be honest with you, is the no knowledge thing, okay? There's specific knowledge in wholesaling real estate you should know, and you start taking that knowledge and then start implementing, that's when you start having success. So first and foremost, I would tell everyone, if you have a knowledge issue in wholesaling, just go to freewholesaling.com. Freewholesaling.com is my free real estate wholesaling course and community. I think anybody in here has heard me say it a million times. Maybe you're brand new, so I'm going to say, my name's Zach Ginn. I make a lot of money wholesaling, okay? Done over 4,000 wholesaling deals over the past, 9 years now. And the one thing I can tell you more than anything else is if you can just take action, you'll make money. But more importantly, I have the largest wholesaling community out there called freewholesaling.com. And the coolest part about freewholesaling.com is within about 10, 15 hours of course content, you're going to know everything from start to finish wholesaling real estate. It used to be a 200-hour course. I condensed it to 20 hours, and it's still the greatest piece of content I've ever made in my entire life, because I've dedicated a year of my life to make this course. And we released it 2 months ago. Called freewholesaling.com. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece of content knowledge in the wholesale game. But the thing is, if you go there, you're going to learn everything you need to know. Then you got to start taking action. And again, I don't want to sweeten the sauce here on what I'm giving you guys absolutely for free here, but I will add this. I have an AI coach that has watched 10,000 hours of me, and you can ask this AI any question you want. And with about 98% accuracy, it will say exactly what I would probably tell you. Crazy, right? No one takes me up on it, though. It's in freewholesaling.com. So again, I love this quote. Again, I didn't make this quote, but if you don't believe, you don't achieve. Let me say it again. If you don't believe, you don't achieve. So if you don't believe that you're going to have success, you don't believe you're going to make a ton of money in wholesaling, you ain't going to achieve anything. You ain't going to make any money. You're going to be crying around how hard the world is, how tough wholesaling real estate is, and you're never, ever, ever going to get ahead. If you don't believe, you don't achieve. So let me know in the comments before we get going. Who here believes that they'll get rich? Who here believes that they can just go out here and make a ton of money? Again, a lot of people say, Zach, just tell me exactly what to do. Everyone says this. Zach, tell me exactly what to do, step by step, exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and I'll just do it right now. And I love that. Trust me, I'd love to make this a little 5-minute live stream, little pep talk. Yeah! Beat my chest, make you feel all good. But the thing about it, what's the point? Because I'm going to give you a step-by-step. You're going to look at it. You're going to say, oh, I don't know, that's a lot of work. And you're just going to walk out. And then you're just going to wonder why you're broke. It's because the beliefs you have in your mind are completely screwed up. You look at the world at such a stupid way. If you start looking at like rich people look at the world, you'll end up being more like them. That is the point, okay? Rich in mind, rich in soul, now rich in money. That's the point. So if you want to go out here and have success, you have to have a belief in the system, a belief in this actual system I'm about to give you. Now, I don't know what more belief I can give to you than just looking at all the success stories we have in freewholesaling.com. But we got people that believe, okay? You can do it. I'm rich. I believe. I believe. Boom, 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 boom. Love to see it. So I'm telling you right now, new belief in the system. So let's talk about lifting off here, having a bunch of success here. So the lift off with only $300 to get started in a wholesale business is definitely very low. Now, I have a lot of systems. I have a lot of strategies I teach in freelisting.com. If you have way less than 100, I will show you. I have a lot of ways you can make crazy money without spending a dime. But again, I do give everyone this warning. I can get you rich if you have no money, but you have to pay. And everyone's like, what do I have to pay? You have to pay with the most valuable currency that is in existence. Now everyone's like, what's that? What you want my DNA? You want plasma? Like what's the most valuable thing? Gold? Oil? It's time. Time by far is the most valuable thing anybody has. Any human being has on earth is time. And we have a lot less of it than we think always. But what I will tell you this is time can really produce a lot of money. Now, most people take a weird contract. It's a really weird thing where they will trade their time for a very small set amount of money. Now, again, I ain't no shell or anything, but I'll tell you this. If somebody offered me $1 million for an hour of my time, I'm going to trade my time for money. I'm just being honest with you. Okay? $1 million an hour, I'll take that all day, every day. But the thing about it is most people trade $10, $15, $20 an hour for an hour of their entire life, which is nuts to me. Why don't you use this for something that produces way more? So what I found roughly in wholesaling, now this is a rough number. This is a very rough number. But wholesaling real estate should produce you, if you follow the strategies that we do, at very low amount of money on ad spend. If you're $500 less of a budget, you're most likely going to be hitting 160 to 200 an hour, which is way more money than you're paying right now. Way more money than you're currently making at any job out here, unless you're some crazy hotshot brain surgeon or something. I don't know, right? So the thing is, everyone wants to say, okay, so you have a $20,000 check. And you won't get that check until you hit your certain amount of hours. So again, if we do some math here, you're paying $160 an hour with $20,000 check. How many hours you got to put it? To make 20 grand, you got to put 125 hours to make $20,000. Here's the problem. You don't get that 20,000 until you hit your 125 hours. What if I told you that was at the end of this rainbow, this little journey? You put 125 hours into actual action, you'll make 20 grand. I can give you a guarantee, 100% guarantee. What would you do? You would do it. But here's the honest truth about what would happen if I gave you this bet. If I told you, if you put 125 hours, and it wasn't even a wholesale check, I just gave you a check for 20 grand. If you could show me you put 125 hours in the wholesaling, everyone would do it. Everyone would just be working like crazy. But here's the problem. Half of you, and again, I want to say this in the nicest way possible, but again, it's a little rude to say, but it's true. Half of you would spend about 40 hours of that 120 comping and underwriting, and maybe another 40 hours into watching videos on how to wholesale. And you really only put probably 30 hours into it. You said, I put my hours in, Zach. I deserve the money. This is why we can't have nice things, by the way. But the thing about wholesaling is it doesn't reward you on how you feel you did. The wholesaling industry does not care how you feel. The wholesaling industry legitimately only cares about what you actually accomplish. How much of income, I'm going to say this word a lot, income producing activities have you done? Basically what an income producing activity is this is an activity that you do that actually will lead you to producing income. Now don't be mad at me, don't shoot the messenger here. But if you went out here and you spent 30 hours in a month comping properties, is that going to produce you income? No. Cold calling and finding leads, following up with your motivated sellers, making offers, bingo, that produces leads. Making a website for your company, you know how many people ask me on websites for their companies and over that, make a Facebook and start calling. That's what I say. Start calling. That's how you get rich. But the thing about it is you don't have to go out here and get all fancy. There's very few things that actually produce income in wholesaling, which is a beautiful thing because that's all you got to be focusing on. Making offers, following up with your motivated sellers, and disposing of your properties probably, right? Start doing things that actually go out here, okay, producing you money. But so many people, oh my gosh, what do I do? Okay, ask yourself this question. For the majority of the time you put into wholesaling, ask yourself this. Is this producing income or is this not producing me income? For the majority of wholesalers out here, it is not going to produce them income at all. Okay? They won't be making any income for over half the things they do. And everyone wants to just talk about the business. Just actually do it, right? Now, I'll be honest with you. Okay? I would love everybody in here to go out here and just get a VA, call in a 14-line dialer, 12-line dialer, 10-line dialer. You just feed them leads all day. They're calling. They produce 1 to 2 leads a day. You text blast 100,000 people in a month, and you go out here. You get 50 to 100 leads every single month, and you close sellers. You dispel them. Like all you do every day is you just talk to the leads that are actually produced. You close them. You dispel them, and like that's all you do. And you don't do any calling. You don't do any texting. No drawing for dollars. You just have like a system on here. Obviously, I would love for everyone to do that, but all y'all don't really have a budget for that right now. Again, if you do have a budget and that's something you want, again, quick plug, joinm2m.com. That's literally what we do. Show you exactly how to produce leads without any work at all. But most of y'all ain't out here. Most of y'all ain't even there yet. So I'm just going to flash that for a second. It's called joinm2m.com, but that's for a whole different story. Okay. That's you don't need to do that right now. But I'm telling you right now, you don't probably have the budget for that. And that's fine. Capiche? No problem. I will tell you this, though. If you don't have the cash to go out here and do wholesaling the easy way, which is having employees do all the work for you, you're going to have to get your hands a little dirty, okay? The best Zach analogy of the day here is, because I'm a little hungry, pizza. Okay, we're going to talk about pizza right now. So if you own a pizza shop and you don't want to work in the pizza shop and twirl the pizzas and mash the dough and go out here and slice the pizzas and serve bad customers and get in and deal with all that, and you just want to be like the business guy that owns pizza shops, cool. If you do not want to be going out here and rolling in the dough on the pizza and doing all this stuff, you hire people to do the pizza for you. But if you're broke and you want to make money in the pizza shop, you have to be in the trenches doing all the work. You're going to clean the toilets and also wash your hands and then go out in the pizza oven. You can't afford to have all these helpers do all the work for you. And you're probably the waiter also. It's a small-time pizza joint, right? What's crazy is everyone wants to know, this is the analogy I give. And this is what I get all the time. People legitimately told me this at the event I went to yesterday. Zach, how can I have a pizza shop of 100 employees who do everything for me, master artisan Italian, pizza chefs from Napoli, and how can I have them all work for $1 an hour and they never complain and they work 24 hours a day and they're always nice and sweet and they speak perfect English and I make $1 million on this little pizza shop in Midwest Ohio? Everyone will look at you like, are you crazy? Are you absolutely insanity? Like, what? You got what? There's nothing out of cannoli over there, okay? What's going on? What's wrong with you? Get out of here, okay? That everyone looks at you crazy. Hey, how do you get employees for $2 an hour that are American citizens that will work for me for 24 hours a day? Like, what are you talking about? You stupid? That's what everyone looks at you like. But when someone tells me, Zach, how can I work 1 hour a day with no budget and I can make $100K a month? I had somebody ask me that. That was kind of funny, actually. That was hilarious. How do I do it? Did anybody know in the comments? How can I make $1 million a year without having any employees and also not working 1 hour a day? Can anybody tell me? There's two ways. There's two ways. There's two ways. And if you're one of these ways, then good. Number one, if your dad is like a billionaire and you have a trust fund, then good. You don't have to worry about it, right? I don't think we're on this channel because of that. I don't think so. And number two is you have a bunch of money you can throw at marketing. I mean, not a bunch. I mean, $500, $600, $700, $800 a month in marketing, maybe $1,000. If you throw that into marketing, then sure, we can have that conversation. It's not 1 hour though. It might be 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, but still not terrible. But the thing is just we're not there yet. And so many people, I just think they have this like, man, I really think they have this preconceived notion in wholesaling that you just don't work at all and make a ton of money. It don't work. Andre says I should start an OnlyFans. Here's the problem, Andre. I don't have the looks for it. You know, I had one for 4 months and no one wanted to buy it. I had 2 people. Just kidding. No, it did not happen. But like all jokes aside, it's like I'm just not hot enough for it. So I had to put that energy into wholesaling, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, it's absolutely terrible. But again, we ain't here yet. So we got to actually start producing leads manually. All right. And I still, as of this day, have never found somebody who can just hand you leads on a platter for pennies on the dollar, right? You know, no one can provide you a lead for like $10 that is like exclusive to you. You don't have to do any work. That day comes great, but it's a bidding system and leads are very valuable. So I doubt pay per leads can be really cheap. And if pay per lead is cheap, it's probably because 5 other people bought the same thing. So saturation multiplied, right? So if you have a very, very limited budget, my number one advice for everyone here is to first and foremost get X leads. Oh, there's Zach again talking about X leads. Okay, let's just have a real conversation. I talked to a lot of people at the event, and a lot of them had X leads. And I had a lot of these people say, Zach, I have a $200 a month budget, and the software I have is $200 a month. And I'm like, well, why don't you just get X leads? They're like, no, Zach, you don't understand. I spend $200 a month on my software, and I have to spend about $700 a month on skip tracing. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait. Say that again? You spend $700 a month on skip tracing? Yeah, it's really cheap. It's like 8 cents a skip trace. I'm looking at this guy like, oh my gosh. I'm like, dude. I basically said, I'm like, dude, I'm about to change I'm about to change homeboy's life over here. He found back leads. He's like, oh yeah, game over. And he's like, wait. He's like, wait, you're making $500,000 a month? Sorry, you're making $500,000. You're making $500K. Kind of asked him like, wait, you make $500K a year and use X leads. That event was really cool because we had a bunch of people switch to X leads at that event. You know why? Because they're like, wait, whoa. Because all these people are just talking to people in our community. They're like, wait, you're making $100,000 every single month? You're making $20,000 a month? What software do you use? X leads. But what CRM do you use? X leads. Who do you use for skip tracing? X leads. But what dialer do you use? What triple line X leads are like? Wait, so X leads is $97 a month and it has everything. Shocker. But again, the reason is limited budget. I would say buy X leads, $97 a month. Go there and then just start dialing. And I go, how dare I dial? How dare your delicate fingers to go out here and have to call a seller? How dare I say this? And again, my favorite quote on this is, you are too broke to complain. You can't afford excuses because this type of system is $150 a month. It will produce you a lead a day. It will produce you 1 lead a day. You should probably hopefully making close to an offer every single day. It's pretty dang good. I think that's pretty dang good. I mean, I don't know a better system than that right now for $150. because 97 bucks, will probably be about $40, $50 for the phone numbers and the dialer. Again, X-Leads has the cheapest dialer out there. And and by the way, the dialer is using Twilio. So it's the same system any of these fancy dialers have. And so again, I don't feel like I'm this guy just plugging X-Leads down your throat, but anyone's asking me, what do I do with this budget? I don't really have a better answer. This is what you do. You have 150 bucks. This is what you do. Most softwares are 150 bucks now. You can't even call. It's crazy. And so this is my best advice for anybody. Okay, again, best wholesale. Actually, Sal says it's the best wholesale platform. I'll be honest with you. It's the only wholesale platform. I just want everyone in here to understand this. Every other software in wholesaling, in the wholesaling space, they're not a wholesaling platform. They're general real estate. They're just for general people because they're just trying to sell. X-Leads, the logo literally has the word wholesaling in it. Like, that's the point of X-Leads. I'm not trying to go to real estate agents. I'm not trying to go out here and, go to these real estate investing type guys. I'm here for wholesale. This thing's only for wholesaling. It's going to be built just for wholesaling. So I don't understand this. But again, it's the only wholesale platform, really. And so again, 150 bucks. Now, I'll tell you the type of list you should be calling here. And again, if you say, Zach, I'm broke, I don't have any cash for this, it's like, okay, cool. Niche data is where I'd start first. And then if you want to kind of use X-Leads data, I would probably point you into doing high equity leads at a large scale on a triple line dialer in the hottest zip codes you possibly can. Zach, how do I find the hot zip codes? So that's a great question. You are going to ask your cash buyers for the hottest zip codes. Okay, so hear me out. Okay. What I mean by hottest zip codes, these are the top zip codes in your city. If you ever have like a little city, okay, like a little map of a city, you're going to find about 20% of a wholesale market is going to be roughly about 20% of a wholesale market is going to be where 80% of all the wholesale transactions happen. This is a true thing. So if you just did those hottest zip codes, you are not going to miss out on really many deals. And what happens is we always look at your ROI and your return on time. So how many leads per hour are you getting calling and texting? So a lot of people, I saw that at the event, and I see it all the time with people who just like don't follow me. But they'll just pull a list in Dallas County. They'll pull a list in the city of Dallas. And they don't understand, just talk to the top buyers first. And like, I'm buying in, Western Dallas. I'm buying on North Dallas. I'm buying in Fort Worth. I'm buying in Tarrant County only. And if you just focused on like high equities in the hot zips and you don't do all the other things that everyone's fighting over, guess what happens? You start producing, like, you might be doing 2 leads per hour or 2 leads per day, 3 leads per day. And the other guy's doing 1 lead per day because he's doing generally everything, right? It's, again, if you find a little pond, if there's like 15 ponds in a city and you find one pond has 10 times more fish than anybody else, yeah, you're not going to catch all the fish, but you're going to catch more fish per hour than anybody else because you're just in a better pond. Might be a smaller pond than the big ponds, but I'm telling you right now, they're less saturated and they're way better. Same thing, niche data. Again, most people aren't pulling a water shutoff list. Now, every stream, I like to just randomly pick off a random list because if they're like, oh no, I pull pre-foreclosures, Zach. I pull the probates. Are you pulling water shutoffs? No! I know you ain't doing it. I know you ain't pulling the pre-foreclosure list. Are you serious? There is zero shot you're pulling the pre-foreclosure list. You know why I know this? Because most likely, you pull the pre-foreclosure list from X-Leads. I know you are. When the reality is, you should go out here and pull pre-foreclosures from the county. You will beat any data provider by about 10 days, fresher data. Now, the second list is water shutoffs. No one's pulling the water shutoffs. Everyone's so scared. It's so hard to pull the water shutoff, Zach. It's so difficult. That's the point. That's literally the point, bro. The point is No one, it's so hard. Because that's what your competition's saying. That's what they're saying. This is why it's so easy to win in wholesaling. This is why NBA superstars always outwork and beat everyone. You know why? Oh, it's really hard to practice 2 hours a day. An NBA champion says that's just normal. That's just normal for me. That's just what I do. And everybody wants to go out here, all right, and just cry about it. When in reality, the niche data is how you win. The niche data is how you win in this business, okay? But so many people just want to avoid it. Now, if you want to go nuts, if you want to throw a $300 budget, Xleads also has the cheapest skip tracing. It's Twilio. It's the same backend pretty much everyone else does. You probably send about roughly 15,000 texts with $150 in Xleads. So if you had that budget, call like crazy, text like crazy, use the systems we have inside of Xleads, you're going to massively win. But most of y'all want the magic pill. You want to pop those magic pills. And I just get ads all the time from all these wholesaling services and things like this. And, you know, I see it happen all the time. You know, I get pitched all the time from all these products and stuff. It's just like, it's like Zach, it's the magic pill. It solves everything of all your problems in wholesaling. Okay. And I'm like, well, tell me what it is. And they get some elaborate scheme, right? I went down like the YouTube, you know, rabbit hole of getting ads on my channel. I'm like, who runs ads on my channel? And this one person who shall not be named was just running ads. Like, I don't cold call. I don't run Facebook ads. I don't do direct mail. I don't do PPC. I don't do PPL. And I don't do radio. I don't do VAs. I don't do any of this stuff. And I'm destroying everybody else. They basically listed every way to get a wholesaler and say, I don't do any of this stuff. Book a call, discover how. And I'm like, well, I need to figure out, maybe this person has invented something no one in the world has ever done. I'm genuinely curious, right? I mean, I'll be honest, again, I'm not the biggest fan of paying 30 grand to get started in wholesaling, but if this guy had some system that can make me $1 million, I'll pay the guy 30 grand. If it's like this unique concept that no one has thought, and it's like, wow. What's one quote Rick has always said? And I am a follower of this belief to a T. I truly believe there's no secrets in wholesaling. I'm being honest with you. And again, this might not help, you know, the YouTube, you know, retention or you guys watching this video, but like, there's just no secret. There's no secret. I give all my info out for free. Now you can pay money to join M2M, but obviously that's going to have a bunch of millionaire coaches actually giving you accountability and step-by-step game plan. There's no secret to it. But here's the thing. Most of you would rather complain than try your little magic pill. Okay? The magic pill is hard work. Okay, that's what I call the magic pill. But here's the thing. What's the magic pill in wholesaling? Number one, PPC. Actually, I didn't mention what the guys was. It was running YouTube ads. Yeah, YouTube ads. That was the killer strategy, which was hilarious to me because it's like, wow. So you're pitching this as a 2x return on ad spend. And if I want to do it at scale, I'd have to pay an acquisitions manager and do all this stuff. So I'm like, huh. So if I put 50 grand a month on YouTube ads, I could probably make 20, 30 grand net. Like that's an insane amount of money I'm putting out. Like it's I probably get a bond and do better at this rate. So the other magic pills I get told is PPC. Just do. I heard people saying me, like someone pitched this to me yesterday. They're like, Zach, why don't you just throw $500,000 a month into PPC, bro? No, he said, why don't you throw $500,000 this year into PPC and see what happens? I said, that's a great idea, bro. How about I put $10 million a month into PPC? If I get a 10x return, okay? Now I got cheddar, okay? I got cheddar. So let's play this game. Because people claim you get a 10x return on PPC. Some guys do. Some wholesaling coaches, right? So I'm like, okay, let me take $1 million. Trust me, I got a lot of money sitting around, and I invest a lot of it. But let's say the next $1 million I invest, I won't put that into some nice like multifamily deal. How about I go out here and I throw $1 million into PPC in 1 month and I get a 10x return. So that means I made $10 million. I made 10 million, yes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 10 million and make it 100 million. Then I'm gonna put 100 million and turn it into $1 billion. And then I'm gonna put $1 billion in PPC ads and then make it 10 billion. And then I'm gonna take the 10 billion and make it 100 billion. And then all I need to do is turn the 100 billion and do a trillion. Now I'm the world's first trillionaire. So all I have to do is take $1 million into 10 to 100 million to $1 billion to 10 billion to 100 billion. So in 7 months, this is according to the wholesaling coaches, in 7 months, I will become the richest man that has ever lived on this earth. If I buy their coaching program for 7 months, I'll be the richest man. I'll have a $1 trillion net worth. Yeah, twice as rich as Elon Musk in 7 months because of these programs. So everyone speaks the magic pill. They speak it, and you get pitched this. But in reality, and guys, I don't think I'm a dumb guy. I think I'm a pretty smart guy when it comes to wholesaling businesses. If I truly found a 10x return in PPC, SEO, all these things, I would throw $5 million a year in marketing on it just to make 50 mil. That's what I would do. I would. It don't work like that, guys, because there's always a law of diminishing returns. Always a law of diminishing returns with any type of marketing. Again, people throw Facebook ads. This guy's like, Zach, I currently do a 7x on my Facebook ads. I'm sitting here on the San Antonio Riverwalk like, bro, dude, share me your secrets. I said, I literally told the guy, I'm like, can I give you 100 grand next month throwing a Facebook ads then? If you can give me a 6x, do it. He said, oh, if you gave me 100 grand, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd probably give you a 2x. And you would probably break even. I said, exactly. He said, it has to be for like a very small specific amount. You can't scale it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's the thing that sucks, right? SEO is another magic pill. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So, like, first and foremost, if you have a limited budget, you can't do any of these things, by the way. Like, you can't do any of these things. Now, one of the other magic pills I see is like on-market wholesaling. That's my favorite magic pill. Okay, the whole like, oh, I'm gonna wholesale on market. Okay, I'm gonna wholesale real estate on market. That is the most magic pill of them all because it costs no money. Everybody wants to sell. It's so easy. It's so simple. It's the best thing since sliced bread. And so what always happens is I always get some person who's on market and they say, Zach, on market's the greatest. I'm making all this money on market. I'm like, okay, well, do you sell a coaching program on it? Well, I do. Oh. Why is it that every single person that says on market's the best or on market's great sells a program? Can I find 10 people, you think, who says off-market real estate's the best and they don't sell a coaching program? You can find them. You can find probably 1,000, like in probably under 5 minutes, right? Off-market, it's the best wholesaling program. I make a lot of money, right? Is it really weird? Okay. Is it really weird? Like, has anyone here ever noticed that when somebody tells about on-market's the greatest thing since sliced bread, they're always selling a course on it? You could find people who talk about off-market's the best that don't sell a course. Isn't that funny? The truth is, people who get really good at doing on-market, very few exceptions in the wholesaling space. If you get really good at on-market, it's because of your skill sets that you can't transfer to another person. So for example, I love these people that have these massive on-market wholesaling, like they just talk about on-market all day. And it's really funny to me because like, okay, well, why don't you scale it? Like, no, I have to be the one doing all the on-market myself. I can't have a team. See, there's no like wholesaling. I don't know of more than 4 probably of a wholesaling company that has 17 acquisitions managers, a bunch of dispo people, and all they do is just offer on-market real estate, right? It's like a dispo house. Whoa. Hello. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know what in the world that was. Hey, the wholesaling coaching feds are on me today. But hey, you can't stop me. Illuminati. But basically, the thing is, I don't know any of these like MLS wholesaling houses that are like, hey, we have a big team, 20 people. All we do is on market real estate, bro. All we do is on market wholesaling, bro. You don't see it because you can't scale on market. You can't scale on market. And they don't have acquisitions managers. They don't go out here and know how to scale correctly. Again, there's only one person I've ever seen that's been able to scale on market real estate. And that's, again, Richard Taylor, right? I was actually hanging out with Richard Taylor yesterday, and really cool guy. And I talked to him forever, right? But met him for the first time 2 days ago. Cool dude. I don't speak for him. If he could not traditionally scale his on-market wholesaling, though, in a traditional sense, he did it by building a social media and then teaching people it, but then having them it was very unique style he does that is just not replicatable. He's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, and he does creative finance, by the way, which is completely different than the way, okay? Completely different when I'm talking about wholesaling on market. Take creative finance out of it. People that make offers, write contracts, and resell them. Not done in the traditional sense. On just that side. Not doing an assignment on a subject. It's not replicatable, right? So again, you can't do any of this on limited budget. On market, people have been saying this. The saturation's insane. I get people saying, "Oh, pitch commercial real estate," or like, my favorite one. And again, this is just hilarious to me. It's like, let me tell everyone, I should make a video. How to make $1 million a year wholesaling real estate. Find a building that's worth $100 million in the downtown of a massive city. Find a massive building. So let's do this. Why don't we lock up a contract for the Empire State Building for $5 trillion and then sell it to a cash buyer for $6 trillion? Genius. That's how you make $1 trillion in wholesaling. Step one, have them write a contract. That's pretty much, that's game over. It's just hilarious to me. Okay. It's like, how to make a quick $10 million. Have Mr. Beast promote your new clothing brand for no money. Okay, step one. How do I contact Mr. Beast? Will he promote my product for free? No. Like, it's just hilarious to me. So yeah, these people say about commercial and massive real estate buildings and all these. I'm like, cool. Go make an offer on a $10 billion building and then sell it for $11 billion and then make $1 billion. That's so easy, right? Why doesn't everyone do it? Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Houses are pretty much the only way to do it at scale. Now again, I'll tell you, more niche data, the better. So again, Drawing for Dollars is one of my best niche lists. Sticky notes, put them on houses. We buy, even though we buy ugly houses, like sticky notes, but like the little bandit signs, if you can put them out in the city and test it out, that's great. Putting sticky notes on pre-foreclosure, sticky notes on any government list can be great too. But I'm going to tell you, guys, everything else, like I would remove it right now. Focus strictly on niche data and reaching out to them outbound. That's going to be your best bet right now. Again, this will lead to probably 10 leads in a month, and they'll definitely get you a deal. Fastest way to go from $300 to $100,000, so simple. You probably got to put about 20 hours a week and you'll hit it. And if you have a solid follow-up system like we have all automated inside of X Leads, you're going to have a ton of success in this business. So this is how you get rich, exactly if you're broke, for success in wholesaling real estate. So let's break this down and let's answer as many questions I have here. So everybody asks, what city is Zach in? I don't know should I even give it? Is that a security concern? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I'll let everybody know. I'm in a very big city right now. And yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm currently staring at one of the tallest buildings in the entire world. Man, I love some architecture. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I gave enough hints today. But I'm telling you right now, it's pretty cool place. So yeah, just hanging out here for a week, and so I'll still be recording videos and still doing all this stuff, but still pretty cool. I will say this, okay? I will tell you this. I'll give one more hint on here. All right. Do you see something absolutely crazy? This is my level. Tell me if you know this. Okay. I can't show it. Dang it. Okay, where is it? This is on. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. This is my hint. Okay, where I'm at. Okay. Look at this. This is how fancy. The soap is Balmain Paris. Okay. If you ever know if I'm a bougie man, the soap is Balmain Paris. Okay. I didn't know what Balmain was. I literally had to go to Paris. I didn't know what Balmain was. And then Kodak dropped a song called Balmain Jeans. I was like, okay, cool. But Balmain Paris, Balmain soap. I thought Balmain made like clothes. Fancy, man. That was kind of funny. Oh, but yeah, we had a amazing event. Time to unwind, chill out, and make a ton of money. And so again, pretty fun. So let's go answer some questions here. Let's see what questions we got. I'm gonna go out here, pop up the StreamYard link right here, and we'll get it going. So again, if you want to talk to me, I'm more happy to talk to anybody out here and see what's going on. How to wholesale real estate. Bro, Luca, dude, I thought Luca was coming to the event. I did not see Luca at all, man. Dang it. Lord. Let's see here. All right. Got a lot of good guesses here. Geronimo says he's looking for a bar in Louisiana. I would hit my boy Aaron Armstrong. He's the best guy. Let's see here. Dipped earlier with the family. All right, no problem, bro. Talking to a lot of cool people though. That was really cool. All right. Yeah, that's the issue with on market. They put a lot of roadblocks. That's the best way I can describe it. They put a lot of roadblocks for success. All right. I've never heard of that. Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? I guess so. So I've never heard someone call government list G lists, but I guess that's a real thing. Pulling it from a G. There we go. G list. I've never heard of anyone called government list G lists. Hey, I'll take it. I knew about 300. That's X leads, SMS and calling. That's all you need, man. Awesome. So, Candy, I legit have this question for you. I have a new website. I plan on doing PPC with a low budget. Candy, do you know PPC? You got to pay an agency. That's going to be $3,000 minimum. Like, I mean, a month minimum. Candy, I don't know who you're talking about PPC with a low budget. Those words don't even go together. Okay? Those words don't even, it's like the word Zach and broke. Like they don't mix. Okay? It's like the Dolphins and winning. It's just not a real thing. Okay? All right? Just being honest. The Dolphins suck. Okay? They're terrible. I'm on a plane freaking out because the Dolphins can't win no dang football game. Okay? I never thought I'd grow up where the Browns would blow out the Dolphins in a football game with Tua starting. Okay? Don't let a stupid Miami Dolphins team ever ruin your day. I'm not saying it ruined my day. I'm saying it irked me. Great. Okay, you know, the great question. So how do you pull the water shutoff list? So you pull the water shutoff list by going to the local utility department of the market you're looking to wholesale in and asking for a list of all the properties where the water got shut off due to non-payment. Let me say that quote again. A list of all the properties that got shut off due to non-payment. Pretty cool, right? Just saying, oh, I don't know if I get that list. It's a great list. No secret, are you and Zach are the best. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Risey. Who's Risey? Did I meet you? Zach is actually tall. I'm so sick of it. I went to that event and every sentence out of everybody's dang mouth was, oh, Zach, you're taller than I thought. I'm sorry. I'm 6'1", 6'2". I'm sorry, Rick's 6'3". I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What am I? Where in my studio do I look like a little man? Okay. Where in my studio do I look like a little man? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tall. I'm sorry. I'm rich, tall, and handsome. Okay. It's not my fault. I'm so good at wholesaling. Okay. It got passed down from Rick to me. Okay. It's not my problem. All jokes aside, though, yeah, I'm a pretty tall dude. Pretty fun though. It always cracks me up when people say that though. It's like, come on. I always said, I took a picture next to Richard Taylor. Richard Taylor's he was taller than me. I think he's like 6'3", 6'2", 6'3". And I took that picture and I told Richard, I'm like, dude, tell everyone you're 5'2". Make everyone be like, oh yeah, Zach's real short. Because they all think we're little guys. It's crazy. All righty. Candy, let me know your PPC campaign. I'm very curious about this. Okay, PPC. Okay. Shout out to Richard too, by the way. Richard still has not talked to me in person inside of M2M. I want to talk to that guy. But I want to talk to him like in person, right? There should be a M2M call tomorrow. So Corey's running it, but I'm ahead in there. I'll have to kind of talk. But basically, because I know you're starting to run your leads, man, so I'm very curious about it. But $38 per lead, 1% conversion rate. It's about 100 leads. Am I right? Hold on, am I tripping? 10 leads. Yeah, you should be. So you're saying you're paying $3,800 to get 100 leads? That's pretty good. I'd be very surprised about that. Hey, okay, interesting. I'm very curious about that. Now, my question is, what's this 1% conversion rate? 1% of the 100 convert to one deal? How are you only? Richard, like, dude, I'm not being a hater. I'm genuinely like open to this. Like, I'm genuinely open to this PPC world, right? But why are you only closing 1 out of 100? Because we need to talk about that too. Interesting. And you know, Candy, you gotta let me know like the whole breakdown though. I'm curious. G-list is Gen Z slang. Love it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what's going on. Is this an impromptu stream? No. I always go live Sunday nights on this YouTube channel. Always go Sunday nights on this YouTube channel. Always. I saw you met my guy Ryan. Dude, I love Ryan Jackson. That guy's hilarious. I met him and he gave me his card. And then he went up to me again and says, hey, my name's Ryan. Here's my card. Nice to meet you. And I'm like, bro, you gave me your card twice. He's like, no, I didn't. I pulled it out. And I posted a picture of my 2 Ryan Jackson cards. You know why? Because I think it's funny. He's a cool guy, though. He's a really funny guy. Zach, will your event speech be uploaded? Make sure. Charles said 100% he's going to give me the video. If you don't give me the video, we're gonna have a problem. But yeah, definitely gonna. I'm definitely gonna get the video on it though. It was a really good presentation though. It was really good. Let's see here. No more Daytona, dude. Juan, what kind of what kind of profile picture is this? Oh, I'm just saying you cannot wear a nice watch in any place that is very big. No big cities for me. I ain't gonna be no Target. We're going with the cheapo today, okay? Let's see here. La Buena, what's going on? Zach, what's your thoughts on locking up a probate? He wants to sell, but doesn't know what his property's worth. How can I get it done the first time? La Buena, I actually know these type of deals, and I completely get where you're going at here. I will probably say you should just give him a fair offer where you can make it. Just honestly, just throw it out here. Give him an offer, you'll make 70 grand on the assignment fee. First offer, 70 grand. Not too crazy, not too, low. So we're gonna make about 70 grand. See what happens. Zach, I'm wholesaling in the Central Valley by the Bay Area, and I pulled government lists, but the address isn't public. Is there any way to get the address by going to the clerk recorder in person? So yes, Central Valley, you will not get the probate list, but X Leads has a probate list. So X, it's like 10 to 14 days old, the probate list, but it's the only software that has a probate list. So go to the probate list below. And obviously X Leads in general too. It's Bucky's, but it's not the Buck. It's Juan's twisted way of being funny. Oh my gosh. All right. There we go. All righty. I don't know what that profile picture is. Oh, dude, that old school cat is sick. BSB, I'll be rich 200 grand by October. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, BSB. Got my, okay. We're working. Got my first deal finally from probate and working on fire damage. Have pulled the code violations list, and I'll be getting the water shut-off list as well as people. Ooh, exciting. I like that. Let me ask you, what market are you in? I'm very curious about that. That's pretty cool. So this is really cool, tips for people in the United States. This is an easy one. If you're not in the US, you're just virtually wholesaling. It's the same thing as wholesaling in a big city. If you live in Los Angeles, you're going to be the same tip as wholesaling in Dubai, London, wherever, like whatever city you live in, right? You do it anywhere. I got to start calling more. Yeah, you don't need HTTP for calling, but yeah, you need to get your HTTP approved here. Zach, can you explain how a probate deal works and how it's different than a non-probate? Yeah. So a probate deal obviously is when somebody passes away and they have to go through a court process to determine what happens in some states after they die. So the most common type of, the most type of, and again, this is very general, but the most common type of probate situation is going to be, let's say grandpa dies, older guy, and then his wife's already dead or whatever. And this is theoretical. I'm not trying to be mean. And basically what you do is he passes away. The son files a court action to go inherit the property. And if there's no, okay. So two ways in probates, if it's intestate or it's not. But basically intestate or testate or intestate. But basically, really depends if there's a will or not a will. That's how it really pretty much gets determined. And then from there, they will do a court process to determine who starts owning the property, if there's any heirs or splits and stuff like that. So what they're going to do is they're going to file the court proceedings so they can actually inherit the property before they sell. Now what happens is you see that they filed the court action trying to inherit the property pretty much. So they have legal right before they can get money. Remember, it has to go through, this is very important here, has to go through probate for them to get the money. Okay? Has to go through probate before they get the money. And what's really cool about it is there's pretty much everyone in the United States, every state, you can lock up a deal while it's going through probate. And then you go to the judge, or you can have the probate process, and then boom, you can execute that contract and you can wholesale it. And so you're providing a service, not a service, but you're providing a really good solution to people because they want to get their money quick. They don't want to deal with the probate. They just want to get their money and they have an ugly house. This is a great way. So probates are great. A lot of motivation, a little bit more of a headache on these deals, but I'm telling you, this is where you make 100 to 150 grand on a wholesale deal. It's great. I mean, the most I've ever made on a wholesale deal has been 125,000, and that was on a probate deal. Obviously, it's always probates. It's always somebody passed away or dying. Pretty cool. Awesome. Also, by the way, guys, I saw a lot of M2M members. Again, if you do have a budget, and I want to let everyone know, if you do have a budget over $500 a month, I would highly recommend you join M2M. So what I talked about today is a lot of the free strategies, but if you actually want our coaches who make 100 grand a month, plus me, Rick, and have an actual step-by-step system, and you actually want to have success, guarantee about 95% success rate. You don't pay unless you actually close the deal in 90 days. Make sure you go to joinm2m.com. That's where I tell you to go to. All right. David says, how many leads can you dial at a time with the power dialer to be TCPA compliant? TCPA compliant. Again, TCPA with the DNC. I mean, you're not really breaking DNC by offering to buy someone's house, especially if you're not a realtor. So it's a weird question. 50, 60 calls an hour probably. Would the property of someone who passed away 20 years ago be considered a probate? It's not I personally would consider a probate, but it's not a probate until they actually file a probate. Could turn into a probate, but yeah. Does X-Leads have? Yes, you can record phone calls with X-Leads. My local market is Lake Charles, Louisiana. I dabble in Houston and neighboring cities in Louisiana. Awesome. Lake Charles is a great market. Very, very, it's not saturated at all. And there's a ton of buyers there. Check out Aaron Armstrong. He'll help you out there. Pretty cool. There we go. Look at this. Josh, I just finished pulling 10,000 lists from X-Leads and skip traced them and imported them into my dialer. Ready for the week to start calling again. Let's get it. 10,000 leads. We're getting cash. We're getting money. We're getting there. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff on the event, bro. Appreciate it, man. I don't know who this is, but thank you to everyone that came up and said hi to me. I got a lot of cool pictures, and it was just a really fun time. It was really cool. Yes, you can wholesale any type of property. Detached, semi-detached, all that stuff. T-Banks says, Zach, would you recommend seller solutions or seller partners? Definitely seller solutions. But I like home buyers actually better. David.
Yeah.
Hello? I can't hear you, man.
Oh, my bad. You can't hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just tuning in here, just watching.
All right. Well, are you doing any deals?
No, currently I'm just learning. I'm 17, so I'm not legally allowed to sign any contracts right now.
David?
I can have a partner.
David?
Yeah.
Do you think I accept? Do you know how old I was when I got my first wholesaling deal?
No.
Do you want to take a guess?
17.
I was 17. So what do you want to do about it? You want to cry about it, or you actually want to get some money? Can you afford just to sit on the sidelines for a year and not make any money?
No.
Okay. So we are not going to make excuses. We're going to make moves, okay?
Of course.
What market do you live in, man?
Excuse me?
What market do you live in?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. Can anybody in Houston comment below if you would write a contract and partner with David so he can get rich and make a lot of money at 17? From the ages of 17 to 18 years old, I made 100 grand my first year. You should be on the same path, man. I think you deserve it. I don't know if you think you deserve it, but I think you deserve it, and you should be able to start doing this. I don't want to hear the complaints, man. You're never going to come to me and say, oh, you can't, there's no way you're going to have. Dude, you got this, man. I love this, dude. Someone in Houston 100% is going to work with you, man. If they don't, I will sign the contract for you. I don't care. I'll get you rich.
Appreciate that so much.
Okay. Now we got rid of that excuse. What else can help you out so now we can start wholesaling?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know where to start.
Okay. So you're in Houston. Are you in school? Do you graduate? What's going on?
I am in Houston, still in high school, and I'm a senior, and I turn 18 in 3 months in January.
Okay. So what I recommend for you, man, is I would start. Do you work a job?
Yes, with my dad.
Okay, cool. I would recommend just probably cold calling government lists and drawing for dollars and reverse drawing for dollars. I would put sticky notes on if I were you, I'd put sticky notes on pre-foreclosures and start calling probates. Not too bad, not too stressful. You spend more time on TikTok probably than that. No joke. I'm not saying I don't know what you do, but like if you put like 5-10 hours a week into this, I think there's great momentum to get started for you.
Yeah, I do. I just try to learn. Like I know that I can, if I like outsource it, like people that sign, but I'm really into like learning everything right now. And yeah, I do.
David, you can't read a book on how to swim.
I am lacking behind because I'm not like actually taking action.
David, do you know how to swim?
Yes.
Okay. Can you write a book on how to swim, and can you just give it to somebody who can't swim? Would that work?
No.
Okay. So why do you think it's going to work for wholesaling?
I don't know.
You need to take action, bro. I'm gonna throw you, bro. I'm gonna throw you in the pool head first. Dude, that's how you're gonna learn. I'll be your lifeguard. Don't worry. You won't drown. I won't let you drown. But like, no, all jokes aside, man. I mean, how much of freewholesaling.com have you been through?
I've been through a lot. I've been just learning through just 4 months, and I haven't really done anything.
Okay, so 4 months. You've probably been through the course already. There's no more learning, dude. There's no more learning. You gotta dive headfirst in this, man.
Yeah.
So repeat back to me what I told you to do. And if you didn't remember, it's okay. I can repeat it.
I need to put governance and put sticky notes on probate and just dive in,
Nope. That's not what I said.
Just get started.
So do you have a pen and paper by you so you can write this down?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when it's there.
I have it. I've been writing.
Okay. You are going to put sticky notes on 100 pre-foreclosures every single week. Tell me how that's written down. 100 every week.
100 every week. Done.
Okay. And then you are also going to call at least 100 probates every week. You're going to cold call them. Cold call 100 probates a week.
Okay.
And you're going to leave a voicemail on each one. If they don't answer, asking them to call you back. Voicemail is going to be, hey, this is David. Please give me a call back whenever you can. So, I mean, that's written down.
I have it written down.
Awesome. Next, when they call you back, you are going to say, hey, this is David. They're going to say, you called me on they said, you called me. What do you want? Say, hey, I was probably calling because my partner, Zach, and I were looking to buy some houses in the area for cash. Are you interested in selling your house? They're either going to say yes or no. If they say yes, well, what's the address? I called multiple properties. I don't know which one it was. And then, okay, then you start closing the seller. So have that written down one more time. I'm going to say it one more time. Hey, this is Zach. Oh, you called me. You told me to call you back. What's going on? Hey, again, this is David. My partner and I, Zach, are looking to buy houses in the area for cash. Are you interested in selling it? Then you have that conversation from there. Tell me when that's written down.
Then
Okay. Now, you need to repeat back to me what you're going to be doing for the next 60 days.
I'm going to leave 100 sticky notes each week on pre-foreclosures. Call pre-foreclosures, and if they don't answer, voicemail, and proceed with the line of, hey, this is David. Me and Zach are calling and seeing if you were buying cash around this area or messed up. But yeah.
From the top.
Hey, this is David. Me and my team, Zach, we're buying houses cash around the area, and we're looking to see if you were selling.
Repeat. Do it again. Ring, ring, ring. Goes to voicemail. Hey, this is Zach. Leave a message or the beep. Beep.
Hey, this is David. Me and my partner, Zach, we're buying houses for cash around this area. Call me back if you can.
Okay, David. So this is why I want to repeat it. That's what you say when someone calls you. That's not the voicemail you leave. Let's leave a note. That's what you say when someone calls you. Okay? When you leave a voicemail. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what voicemail do you give? This is Zach. Give me a call to beep, and it goes beep. What do you say?
I'm not.
No worries. All right, let's write this down. Voicemail script. This is a hard one, so get ready. Hey, this is David. Please give me a call back whenever you can. Thanks.
Okay. Hey, this is David. Give me a call when you can.
Perfect. Okay. From the top, what's your whole plan? We're going to do one take here.
My whole point.
Whole thing. What are you doing for the next 60 days? You're going to get this right.
I'm going to leave 100 sticky notes every single week on pre-foreclosures.
Oh, stop there, David. What are you gonna write on the sticky notes? You've been through freewholesaling.com. I'm curious.
I can't.
No worries. Okay, let's write this one down. Let's write it down. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to press you, dude. I'm just gonna make sure we have everything set, right? Because we got to take action. Okay. So do you have ready to write down on the piece of paper we're gonna write? Yes?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. Hey, this is David, and I had a quick question about your property. Please call me back. Google Voice phone number.
And I have to include the Google Voice number?
Yeah, you should put your Google Voice number so it calls your phone.
Okay.
Bro, I was doing this on bandit signs in high school. I got kicked out of class so many dang times from doing this. So.
Hey, this is David. Quick question.
Okay, let's rewrite it then. Okay. Hey, this is David, and I had a quick question. So again, hey, this is David.
And
I had a quick question about your property.
Yes.
Please give me a call back. Please give me a call. and then put your Google Voice number on the bottom.
Hey, this is David. A quick question about your property.
Wait. Sorry. Is it, hey, this is David, and I had a quick question?
Oh, I thought that, yeah.
Repeat back to me. What's sticky note going to say?
Hey, quick question. No. Hey, this. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to write it from the beginning. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, this is Ready? Hey, this is David. Repeat back to me that sentence.
Hey, this is David.
And I had a.
Is
this written down?
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Quick question.
About your property. Please call me.
And
then put your Google Voice number on. Oh.
Hey, this is David, and I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call and my Google Voice number.
Perfect. Okay. Now, from the beginning, you ain't getting out of this till you get it right from the beginning. From the beginning, what are you doing the next 60 days? I will go for the next 3 hours until you get this right. So let's see what you got.
100 sticky notes on pre-foreclosure houses. 100 calls on pre-foreclosure.
Oh, repeat it. How many? You gotta give me specifics, bro. 100 when? Every month? Every day? Week. Okay, from the top.
100 sticky notes.
You need a win, David. And you can't ever tell me, well, I didn't know it. This is your game plan. So from the top, let's go.
Okay, 100 sticky notes each week on pre-foreclosures and 100 calls each week on pre-foreclosures. And if they don't answer, I'll give them.
From the top. Wrong. This is not written down. You're not calling pre-foreclosures. You're calling the probates.
Probate. Let's see. 100. Okay.
All right, we got this written down?
Yes.
All right.
100 sticky notes on foreclosures, 100 calls on probates. If they don't answer, voicemail. Hey, this is David. Can you give me a call back? And
okay, where's the sticky note say?
Hey, this is David, and I had a quick question about your property. Call and Google voice number.
Okay, do the sticky note one more time. We're doing this from the top again.
Yeah. Hey, this is David, and I had a quick question about your property. Please call me and Google voice number.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Now, if you leave that sticky note and someone says, I just got a call. Who is this? Who's you, David? What do you say?
Me and my partner Zach are buying houses cash around the area. If are you available? Are you selling or I have not.
Are you interested in selling?
Interested in selling the house.
Okay, from the top. How many calls, text, emails are you doing every single week? We're doing this from the top again. Let's go.
100 sticky notes on pre-foreclosures every week. 100 calls on probate every week. And voicemail. Hey, this is David. Give me a call back. And
okay, someone calls. David, who are you? Why did you call me?
Me and my partner, hey, this is David, and me and my partner is Zach. Me and my partner Zach are buying houses for cash are you okay? Are you selling your house?
I'm selling it. Why do you want to know if I'm selling it? Are you interested in selling it? Let's do that part one more time.
Are you interested in selling it? Mm,
Who is this? I just got a call from David. Who are you, David? What do you want?
Hey, this is me. This is David and Zach. Me and my partner Zach, and
From the beginning. Daniel. David. You call me. What do you want?
Hey, me and my partner Zach are offering cash on
From the beginning. From the beginning. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Hey.
Yeah.
And again, dude, you don't. Let's breathe for a second. We're good, man. We got this. Okay. Hey, this is David. Me and my partner Zach are looking to buy some houses in the area for cash. Are you interested in selling? So again, I was going to call. Who's this? From a David? What do you want?
Hey, this is David, and me and my partner Zach are interested if you're interested in selling.
And you and your partner are interested in selling? No. You're asking if they're interested in selling from the top. Hello, this is David. What do you want? What do you want, David?
Hey, this is David, and me and my partner Zach were interested if you were interested in selling
Selling what?
your house.
You just said interested. You didn't say house. From the beginning. David, what do you want? Why are you calling me?
Hey, this is David, and me and my partner Zach are offering cash on houses nearby, and we're interested if you were wanting to sell.
Okay. Why do you want to know if I'm looking to sell?
Well, this would be the sticky notes. This would be the sticky notes.
What's sticky note? What do you want? Why do you want to know if I'm going to sell my house, David? You put a sticky note on my house. Why are you calling me?
Because I wanted to know if you were interested in a cash offer on your property.
Why? Wait, you're a realtor?
No, I work with my partner Zach, and we just
what?
In fix or just hold.
You just hold houses? So you're looking to buy my house to hold? What does that mean?
Well, we're just investing into it, yeah.
Okay, David, you're trying to go too high level. You're looking to buy the house for cash. That's all you're doing. Okay, we're going to do this one more time, David, all right? David, what do you want? I just got a call from this number. What do you want?
Hey, this is David, and me and my partner Zach, we're offering cash around the area, and we're interested in selling the property.
I'm not interested in selling it, but thanks, David. We got this done. Woo! There we go, David. I just want you to know you are 10 times better from the end of this, from the beginning. So shout out to you. Absolutely love it. Congratulations, man. So again, we're going to be practicing that a lot, okay?
Yeah.
So can you do me one massive favor, okay? One massive favor. Can you use the voice AI with ChatGPT that we have inside of freewholesaling.com and just practice with the AI for the sales? I promise you, if you do it for like every day for 30 minutes, you're going to sound amazing, man. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I will.
All right, David. Well, I'm going to talk to you next week. We're going to see how you are, all right? And so appreciate it, David. Thank you so much for hopping on, man. You know what you got to do. Or do you want to repeat it one more time, or do you think you got it? You got it, David. David, you got it. Watch the replay. You're good to go, bro. All right? All right. Thanks, David. So, again, what you got to understand with David is you just got to practice makes perfect. That's what it takes for success. So, guys, got any value from this video, do me a favor. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.